Hello friends, welcome back. Today's video is very special. I am sharing my great-grandmother's velvety chocolate cake recipe. My mama made this for my mom and their family whenever they were growing up. And whenever I was growing up, I always helped my mama make this cake. And now I share it with my family, and I wanted to share it with you all as well. This cake is amazing. It's moist, it's not too sweet, and it's not too rich. To me, it's the perfect cake. And please let me know in the comments if you do make this cake and let me know what you think. Okay, let's get started. And here are the ingredients for the cake itself. I have a half a cup of buttermilk, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 stick or half a cup of margarine or butter, 1 cup of water, 4 teaspoons of cocoa, and 2 eggs. I am going to start off by combining my baking soda and my buttermilk together, and I'm going to mix it up real well. And we will set it to the side and add it to the cake later on. Now I will mix all my dry ingredients together. I'm going to start off by sifting my flour. And after I have sifted all of my flour, I will then add my sugar. Now I will add my salt and mix all the dry ingredients up together. Now I will move over to my stovetop and combine my water, my butter, and my cocoa, and I will take a whisk and whisk it until it comes to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, I will remove it from the heat and add it to my dry ingredients and mix everything up real well. And after all that has been mixed up real well, I'm going to let this mixture cool off a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Now I'm using 2 round cake pans, and I'm just going to take some non-stick parchment paper, and I'm going to cut out circles and place in the bottom of my cake pans. And then I'll take my Baker's Joy and just spray it all along my pan, and I will repeat this process in my other cake pan. And after my mixture has cooled off, I'm now going to add my 2 eggs, and I will mix that up real well. And now I can add my buttermilk and baking soda that I mixed up earlier. And after everything has been mixed up real well, I am adding them to my round cake pans. And I'm using a measuring cup, and that way both cakes will be even. And I'm using my 2 Wilton cake strips. I'm just going to wet them in some cold water, and I will place them around my cake pans, and that just helps my cakes bake more evenly. Now I can place them in the oven, and I'm going to bake them for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes of baking, I'm going to let them cool completely. And while my cakes are cooling, I can go ahead and start on my icing. And for the icing, I am using 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of milk, 4 tablespoons of cocoa, 1 stick or 1/2 cup of butter or margarine, and 3½ cups of powdered sugar. And I'm just going to start off by sifting all of my powdered sugar. Then I will move over to my stove, and in my saucepan I'm going to combine my butter, milk, and cocoa, and I'm going to stir it all up and continue to whisk it until it comes to a boil. And when it comes to a boil, I'm just going to remove it from the heat, and I will combine that to my powdered sugar and mix all the ingredients together. And now I'm just going to let my icing cool off, and we'll add it to the cake whenever it's slightly warm. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove my cake from the cake pans. And look how smooth that came out by using that parchment paper in the Baker's Joy. Now my icing has cooled off enough to add it to the cakes. So I'm just going to take 1 layer, and then I'll add a little bit of icing and spread it evenly. Next, I'll add my top layer of cake, and I will spread my icing on the top and around the sides. And as you can see here, my cake has slid a little bit, but that's okay. I'll fix it here in a minute. That will happen with warm icing. And now my cake looks perfect. This cake was absolutely delicious. It turned out perfect. I hope you all try this recipe. If you do, let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Bye.